What do you expect from this, from the lineups that we've got coming out here for this first series?
Oh, for sure, man. I can't actually believe we're back with the line. You said it, exciting game ahead of us. I just want to see how Nigma is going to lane their heroes. A bit worried for Team Liquid because they really don't have that much tower damage. The only tower damage they have is pretty much the Venomancer. So, I'm also worried that they don't have...
I mean, what do they do? For Liquid in this sort of game, do you sort of see this as a game where Liquid is... They're going to aim to sort of run this one over and shut it down within the 30 minutes.
Yeah, they definitely need to win this early game. I don't think their heroes can match up well against what Team Nigma has in the late game. So, yeah, they definitely need to put a bit more pressure.
Hell yes.
And you know what I'm hyped about? It's Davion. I think we should not call him Dragonite at all. We should just call him Davion.
They asked for Season 2, this is it. RMN's bringing it here. Well, we'll see how he does in this episode. Have some action. Quid, get out and look for something. Quite find it. So as you said, that lane matchup's going to be very important here. Who's trying to dodge who? Is there any support matchup here? The team's going to really try and do their best to make sure.
30 seconds to battle.
First bits of laning.
I think Nigma is definitely more flexible because they have a Dragonite. Dragonite doesn't have too many bad matchups here. There's a lot of, slows coming up from the Earth Spirit, from the Crystal Maiden, Venomancer, so it's going to be a bit problematic for miCKe and Dragonite to play the game before they get the BKBs. Also, I don't feel like Bloodseeker is going to be able to do that much against, miCKe is one of the better heroes against the Bloodseeker. Even if you use Rupture on him, he pops the ulti and just stands there, pretty much impossible to kill. So here we are, Owen, hype it up.
Here we go. Bounty Root times. We've already got some courier action coming in from Weir. He's sneaking in. And over here to set up for the bottom lane. He's going to be joined by the duo to start things off, running that tri-lane down in Nigma. Against that bottom lane Venomancer. Seeing miCKe this time round take the mid lane puck. See how he does against Miracle. I mean, I guess we're sort of expecting to see this right with Nigma. They said they were sort of changing things up, trying things a bit different. Do you imagine we're going to see pretty much Miracle back to mid in most of the games from Nigma this tournament?
Probably. Yeah. There's a bit of a difference how we and Miracle play mid, and I think everyone just wants to see Miracle on that mid lane. Dragonite on the top lane, he's pretty safe, I would say, starting out with the Bracer and the point in Dragonblood. There's going to be a lot of harassment until someone decides to show. Here comes GH, point in Illuminate, has a healing salve, has a lot of regen actually on the hero. We talked about, you and me, about when they started the draft, you asked me about the other regions. Keeper of the Light's really not contested that much, especially in Chinese region and Southeast Asia from time to time. But yeah, you said it, Europe just loves it.
They really do. I mean, and for understandable reasons as well, right? This hero with the ability to sort of bring people across the map, have such a great way of preparing stacking multiple camps, cleaning them up yourself as well if you wish. Having that great team fight potential. I will do this if you choose to go that route. A lot of magical things to be done with it, especially when it's in the hands of someone like Definitely plays. Big boost.
GH already in the triangle, trying to stack. There's two observer wards, pretty deep one coming up from Team Liquid that scouted out the lanes, how they're gonna set things up, and one on high ground. They want to see what's happening in the triangle. Are they stacking? They don't have the best, post 6-7 minutes, they have enough to actually take the stacks with the Bloodseeker and Puck once he has his spells maxed out. GH trying to run away from Insania, both heroes level 1 still. Kind of a slow start.
No, not killing quite yet. We're seeing on the CS mid lane, bit of an edge for miCKe, 15 for 1 against 12 for 1 of Miracle. On the side lane, so we're seeing anything get left out. I mean, we're kind of hard down bottom there. A bit of a slow start for the Venom. Top lane, bit of an attempt to be made onto RMN. Right in, but again with a Bracer. 1 point. Much for Foxy and Insania to bite through. In fact, Insania taking big damage here from the blast of GH.
GH doing a very good job, just blasting away, pulling the side, keeping out of the XP range, so Dragonite can hit that level 3,
bottom.
2 points in Dragon Blood, bottom lane.
We are.
Oh, nice deny.
Very, very nicely done there by Kuro. I mean, and tips out as well. Looked to be a little bit of a messy attempt. I mean, this is always going to be the problem. Even though Quake was having a bit of a slow start, he's starting to pick up now. And we'll be able to do so, of course, with a little time out of the lane. You've got to be careful how you go on this Venom, right? It can be very tempting when you get the Jingu stacks up, but if you're not quite able to finish him, he's just going to be able to slow you down. Like
Exactly, like you can't really afford to go on a Venomancer unless you can just bring him to from 100 to 0 or like from 50 to 0 where he's sitting at right now.
So, bit of an attempt to at least try and harass RMN out of the lane. Just very unlikely to be able to get into that. So as much as they try and beat him back, RMN not having too much trouble finding levels and farm from that top.
And everyone is full HP, so Bloodseeker's really not getting too much out of that thirst. Putting a second point in the Bloodrite. Once Crystal Maiden gets like level 3, also needs to get some extra mana regen to be able to, you know, just keep spamming the spell. Aura is up, but it's a level 1 aura. Some mangoes, some clarities would help out.
Radiant
Taiga lurking around the mid lane. Interesting build on the Miracle on the mid. No points in the Flame Guard against the Puck. Just going for more of a like, I want to push out the lane with the Slight and more control with the Searing Chains against the Puck.
Yeah.
Dire
Incredibly
structures
strong. If
are
they get any sort of
fortified.
rotation around towards the mid, you are going to have that skill set to really set up. It's top lane. RMN trying to get in onto Insane, not quite enough to finish him off.
Bottom lane, there it is.
This time round, Weeha and Kuro are able to finish up the kill. Taiga trying to go for Wee. Is he going to be able to find
the Sal?
Weeha's going to be able to keep himself alive, but the roll forward from Taiga will secure the trade. Taiga doesn't die for nothing. What a play.
Oh, that was such a clutch play there. Sal didn't really work out, but could made hell of a lot of a difference. Top lane, they are actually getting a kill. Dragonite, he put a point in the Dragon Tail on level 4 just to have that extra stun, extra ability. A lot of damage coming up from Keeper of the Light.
Oh, it was a sweet attempt for them from Kuro. In fact, the Gale and the roll both missing. But still, enough damage to be done to take out Kuro before the TP was successful.
Behold!
He's starting to set up a little these side lanes now that the levels have really come in. In the mid, a lot more farm has been found by mid game.
Yeah, he's like
got so
19
much
CS ahead of Miracle at the moment. He's also level 6, so they need to be very careful if they decide to like dive the tower. Rune is spawning, bottom. It's gonna be Illusion Rune. Not the best one for Puck, but it's gonna fill the bottle, gonna do the job.
Yeah. Always nice to have against an Ember that's, you know, already put a few points into the change. Miracle does try and make an attempt onto it. Now, and we'll see what Miracle's going to be able to do, because in this sort of game, especially when miCKe's had this start, when you've gone for this build on the Ember with no points in the Flame Guard, right, you're not able to jungle efficiently at all, right? Got to be looking for action as soon as possible and really putting into play this slight chain skill build that you've gone for. You can't spend time hitting creep.
Yeah, with this type of a build, you want to be a bit more active. Top lane, GH.
See? This time TP's coming in fact, 2 of them from Nigma as they look to turn onto Liquid jump forward. This is what we're talking about. Miracle makes the moves, gets involved. And turnover towards Insania as well. The setups there from RMN as this move should secure them, the 2 of them. RMN is going to make sure there's no escape. And this is what you've got to see, especially with the buff up from GH. This Cottle really enabling Miracle's Ember to make these sort of moves and for them to have a really hard hit with the slight change.
Yeah, and you can see Nigma having great understanding, like who needs the TP first. If it was first TP Lion, they don't get that kill, because Miracle can close the gap with the Fire Remnant, and they also give him the second kill so that he actually gets something out of that rotation to the top lane. Puck is level 8, high level, you know, 2 points in Vanning Rift once they have Illusory or maxed out, just to be able to like push out the waves easily. How's Vano doing? Vano, you know, sitting at the middle of the network chart, earn power treads. The problem is, you know, Monkey King really does not like to play into it. Never, pretty much. Like, even when you have a BKB, your BKB is down, you're still gonna feel the pain coming up from the Venomancer.
Eyeing up, we are.
Illusion!
Tower, a little bit of a dive for them. 1-2. Okay. Be able to grab himself a double damage room for also. A lot of potential here from this puck. I mean, his arm still for this.
Roll on the top lane.
Gonna get some moves here coming in. The kickback as well with the Rush combo. Iron Man taking huge amounts of damage here from Boxy and Tiger. And he will slowly but surely go down. The rotation has been made. Miracle's in, but miCKe's there as well.
Coil.
Call down onto the two of them. Miracle locked in position. Take it out. Now with Tiger's further control, they'll finish off Kuroki as well as Nigma. They try and make a similar move as they did earlier on that top lane this time round. Liquid's prepared. And miCKe, it's an incredible amount of farm that has got the levels. Well, this is level 9 puck.
And not just that, he's also stealing the stacks right now, something that I talked about, like he doesn't have everything maxed out, but he came here with the double damage, has that Royal Jelly, has Arcane Aura, so he can just spam out his spells going into Witchblade first item, which is like very interesting. That's
yeah, we're seeing this is sort of, especially miCKe, and we are as well, big fan of this from his build on the puck.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Something that these aggressive puck players really love to do in EU.
I kind of like it here because they need to be able to scale. Like, they don't have the best late game heroes, but yeah, if you itemize for the right click, I think that's the play here on puck.
Finding not just the jelly, but also getting that fairies trait. Much the dream item for any of these active, like the puck. Potency to the damage output. Top lane Tiger. He's coming in again with Boxy and Insania's setup. Now look to make the moves onto Iron Man. Again, the combo. He's going to try for the TP out. He's going to be able to make it in time. He is. Smart heads-up move there from Iron Man. Keeps him alive as he holds his ground. TP's out. An extra little bit of safety.
Zoning ulti from Tiger. Just says enough. We are not taking this fight.
Radiant
solo coil
is under attack.
He's going to take the easy kills. He wants to keep this game looking
To reach a prize.
nice and smooth. 2-0-1 over 100 CS here at the 10-minute mark on miCKe's
Radiant's
puck.
bottom
He
tower
is
is under
very
attack.
far ahead, already 2k ahead of Miracle's Ember. I mean, I don't think you get much of a better start on the puck. You see what miCKe is this game.
It's a 10-minute Witchblade, Power Treads, double null talisman. Oh my god.
Tower is under attack.
He's going to be tearing up the map. They've got to be prepared for this puck.
And you can't make the trade, like Team Liquid putting the pressure with the Venomancer, one of the worst heroes you kind of want to gank. He's going into Spirit
Radiant's
Vessel against the
bottom
Dragon
tower is
Knight,
falling.
against the Monkey King. 5k gold lead suddenly for Team Liquid. Like, this is the type of game that they needed to play. Like, they need to have a lot of advantage early on. And Puck is just insanely good hero, even though they like have counters, Lion throughout the DPC and all other regions top lane. He's gonna drop.
He's gone. Kuro, is he going to be able to get his way out of it? Tiger, he's looking for the angle, won't find it with the roll through, but he finds it with the kick. Able to slow down Kuro and set up a second kill for Boxy up top. It's now 9-4, 6k lead here for Liquid. And this is playing out exactly
Make
as
it
you imagine
7.
Liquid needed to do.
You know, I'm worried about once that
Radiant's middle
gold per
tower is
minute
under attack.
advantage gets 1k per minute. You know, it's getting there. It's getting very close.
Tiger has found himself another GH. He's going to have backup coming in. Kuro.
Radiant's middle
Kuro also
tower
used
is
the
under
finger,
attack.
didn't get any of the stacks. X is available.
Miracle coming in. That will provide just enough lockdown to punish Tiger, but again, when you bring in sort of 4 heroes over to deal with Tiger's pressure. So a lot of space just being created by Tiger as the rest of his cores continue to happily farm away. You can see all 3 of their cores right now, top spots on the net worth. A lot of catching up to be done from Nigma, and it's not going to be easy to do so. Again, with this miracle skill build, this slight change, he had to be finding action. He's never going to catch back up in the farm. They've got to get kills, but now with Liquid's cores starting to get as far as ahead as they are, it's not going to be easy anymore for, even with the backup of GH, to enable Miracle enough to actually get in, get kills without putting his own life at risk.
Top lane. Yeah, problem is they don't have that one initiator, someone who can start the fight. miCKe, he's going in, doesn't even use the coil.
Right click down we are. They'll turn over towards Iron Man as well. It's just kills here for Liquid. Boxy now dominating and miCKe's game continuing to be completely flawless on his punch.
Taiga's still chasing, trying to get GH, but yeah.
Radiant's top
It's very
tower
hard
is
to
under
take
attack.
control of the map, like once
Dire's
Venomancer
structures are fortified.
goes there, sets a couple of wards. Same goes for the Beastmaster. I would compare these two heroes. We don't see too much of a Venomancer, very like a situational hero, but once he takes over like the enemy bottom part of the map, like it's very hard
Radiant's
to
top
take
tower
over.
is
You
under
need the
attack.
smoke to be able to actually gank him, because all the vision provided by the Plague Wards. Miracle still not a single point in a Flame Guard. I guess the reason is because he also has like Keeper of the Light in his team, so wants to be able to get the max out of Slight and the Chains. But the problem is, once again, they can't really start a fight. Like, it's very hard for Nigma right now to make any aggressive moves. They want to farm up, they want to get those BKBs online. Dragon Knight also decided to get Hood first item, so like no Blink Dagger,
Radiant's middle
can't
tower
initiate.
is under attack.
Nigma, they just need to like defend the tower with Keeper of the Light, not get too out-farmed. Try to farm those BKBs. Bottom lane.
Right. So yeah, he's just standing his ground, dropping the ult. Oh, he's not able to get it.
Will you not
Throws out the
rise in my
finger, but it's
presence?
not enough damage.
It's the second finger that did not give him any stacks.
Not one of the fun games for the Lion. Poor old Kuro. Never feels good when you're not getting those stacks up. Minute mark. Able to maintain the bounty control. Very far
Radiant
ahead
are
this game. I
scanning.
mean, miCKe still,
Radiant's bottom
but
tower
very close
is
to sort
under
of doubling
attack.
the net worth of Miracle. Miracle getting gone on in the mid. He's got the back of a GH by his side. Be enough to stop Liquid from diving any further. Top lane
There's the
moves to be
Spirit
made.
Vessel. Like, Dragon Knight's not gonna be that tanky.
No, not at all. Get torn through here by the damage of Quake, but Tiger coming in as well to offer that extra bit of a punch. He'll pop the hood, RMN. He's going to try and stand his ground, go for the TP out. Is he away? He is. Not quite able to get back in on top of him, Tiger, to take him down in time, as RMN will live to see another day. Now, turnaround comes into play. Chains out onto Tiger. Punish the outskirt. Kuro trying to set up for more, but miCKe jumps across, boiled down onto Kuroki.
Radiant's middle
Dragon Knight
tower
managed to
is
get
under
out, but
attack.
the problem is, once again, they have no save for Coil. Buck uses Coil on someone, that target is pretty much dead. Now with the Spirit Vessel, miCKe won't be able
He
to
just
life
backed in.
steal.
Is under attack.
He just goes right into the room, and they're going to turn and try and chase him down and see if they can punch miCKe. Forward aggression, they've got the opening start. The full-on bound strike is in enough minutes.
That's a big kill.
It
That's
is.
actually a huge kill. And we gets the last hit on it, has that Maelstrom, has a possessed mass, so like he can sustain, he has tools to farm up, just needs to get that BKB. Even though it's a 10k gold lead, I still feel if Nigma manages to like win another fight, get those BKBs a bit closer, like Ember Spirit going straight into BKB after finishing Orb of Corrosion. Dragon Knight, I think he will need to get like a Blink Dagger to be able to initiate mid lane. Ember Spirit.
Back up here. Not enough damage at the moment between Tiger and Insania to take him out. Definitely a bit of a chance here for Nigma to hit back after a bit of an unnecessary play there from miCKe. I mean, he did pretty much just jump in solo against 4 heroes. Miracle
Don't
was
talk
low.
to me about unnecessary plays, Owen. I play with you a lot. You know,
I
I
mean,
played
that's
with your
the plays I
Magnus,
like to
4
see.
overwhelming blinks. Don't talk to me about unnecessary.
He was going for the big potential on. If he's able to get in, kill Miracle, get out underneath the noses of 4 heroes, then it's all worth it. But just wasn't able to play out there as miCKe imagines himself. See, bigger and bigger as well. S and Y done. Top of the Maelstrom. 2 lander stuns on this Bloodseeker there. Just struggle. Damage to take him out mid lane. Miracle getting jumped by the Dream Core. Tigers in, but Kuro's able to tap the stun out. The balance strike. Pound of 3. They're taking him again. They're moving on to Tiger. We have the damage to take Tiger out as well. 2 down. Foxy can turn things around. Look right out. 2 of them. Attempted to TP out there by We Are, and Kuro is immediately put to a stop for his Foxy's got the
Buck is
damage.
gonna clean him up.
Double kill for the Bloodseeker.
They have so much overtime damage. Boxy's still chasing. Decides he's not gonna go in. Like, Boxy's actually so farmed right now.
Radiant's
Level
middle
16,
tower is under attack.
2000 HP on a Bloodseeker, 21 armor. Pretty much impossible to take down. Like, they need to use the finger, hold him inside the Wukong's command to actually bring him down. They have so many problems. Like, yeah, you managed to kill the puck, but Bloodseeker's kind of taking over.
Still a little too much for Nigma to deal with when they do get that sort of a start to it all. They throw themselves all in on one hero.
Interesting build by Boxy. Like, he just bought Cloak 18 minutes in and then queues up a BKB.
Sort of a
And
bit of
doesn't even
casual-
want to use the Cloak.
But, I mean,
Radiant's
surely he's
bottom
gonna
tower is
switch
under
it into
attack.
his entry in the fights, right?
For
Just playing
sure,
out.
yeah. I mean, see, he still has raindrops, so once they burn the raindrops, he can keep that Quelling Blade in.
Oh, do you like that pretty cost efficient, bit of a casual cloak at any stage of the game?
Well, I think it's a bit of an overcommitment here. Like, it's a bit too late. They also don't have that much magical damage anyway. They have
But
Finger,
that's true. I mean,
Illuminate.
I maybe just like the cloak. There you go. It's a bit chilly. Get cloak on.
That's not a Cloak of Invis, you know, it's not a Harry Potter cloak.
Tiger. Okay, coming with a backup, it ends up being just a bit of a bait from Tiger. Tiger's going to be fine. They've committed it on him. We're going to see if they can find Miracle here in the trees, and they can. They've got the lockdown, they have the damage.
And Sadia's positioning has been great. Like, he's ulties, they can't get close, they cannot stop him. They're doing a very good job. Also protecting the CM, zoning them out. Problem is, they can't really go for the high ground. Still not enough tower damage. Venomancer deals some. You know, you have Puck, but still, like, Puck with the damage talent, you still need to take a fight, kill a couple of heroes. Pushing into Keeper of the Light, you're never gonna feel like that confident.
Bounty.
Hold! A prize!
What I should say was, so Phil, despite the numbers, despite the big lead we have, I feel that this game, Nigma, if they can hold, they get sort of BKBs plus one offensive item on their cores, the game can stand the chance to a bit of a turn.
This game's not over, you know, even though it's a 13k gold lead, 20 minutes in. If they manage to farm their BKBs, Weeha's getting close to one.
Yeah.
Hauser, Davion feeding as he does in anime as well. Bought a Blink Dagger, so pretty much no gold lost.
There we are. Try and stand his ground. He is able to get the ult off in time, and also gets the Jingu stacks build up, so Boxy can no longer fully commit onto Tiger. He's going to try and roll back in, and okay, with the extra burst from Insania at the side, they've got enough to clean him up before he can get any more hits off and benefit from that life steal.
Even though, like, Monkey's great against Bloodseeker, he's not that great against Earth Spirit, because he can still Kiki, you're gonna take the damage. I mean, Team Liquid, they really love Bloodseeker paired up with anything that can move you, whether, like, that was a mag, there was a time when they were, like, spamming Bloodseeker and Tiny with the Toss Rupture combination.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Multiple times, and being able to really enable the rupture potential from Boxy. Boxy now full BKB on his way over, so they're really coming into play for Liquid to push this to the next level and try and close up whilst they do have this significant advantage.
I think Liquid should just try to take another fight, get a kill or two, transition that into Roche, Radiant using a scan inside the pit to see what's going on.
Oh, and miCKe! He jumped in! He's going aggressive! There's more heroes here! miCKe, what's he doing? I mean, that's a bit of a
That's
similar
his, like-
play to as he done earlier. He can't afford to do these sort of moves, Lacoste.
It's a lot of gold, it's a lot of experience. He's high level 17 at the moment, trying to farm up that Lincoln Sphere, so there's not going to be Blink initiation. There was also RMN with his Blink Dagger. Dragon Knight's tanky, not that tanky against the Spirit Vessel, so he's going to be brought down once again.
Just able to kill back in return, but there's on the puck that, despite the incredible lead that miCKe has, that is going to be the sort of move that does lead to Nigma getting more time for themselves to get these items online. Bottom, diving in onto Kuro, Boxy, and Tiger will be able to clean him up. Nigma just trying to do their best with the space that they are having created for them. Top lane
Dire's
Miracle
top
able to push
tower is under
that
attack.
wave right out. We are also able to play down on the bottom half. Tanya's on the hunt. Remnant. Bad though, and Miracle. We are 100 gold away from the BKB. So the BKB, they're going to be there. And even though they're 16k down Lacoste, they've still got all the tier 2s up. You know, Nigma.
Yeah,
It really is. This game is a lot closer than the numbers show.
For sure, because, you know, these BKBs, once they're online, they have Rupture. Puck is not going to have that Aghanim Scepter for quite some time. So, yeah, they will have no abilities that go through Magic Immunity, completely nullify, like, damage coming out from the Crystal Maiden, coming out from the Earth Spirit. So, yeah, they just need to get those BKBs up. Miracle also getting very close to his, just 100 gold away. I think it's smoke time. Like, once they get it, they can actually start playing a bit more aggressive. Davion also going for that BKB. But, yeah, it's only 600 gold.
A bit of time. Good to keep him a little bit covered between having the BKB. We have it. So, I mean, as you say, if they do want to go for that sort of smoke play, who do you think's most important for them to try and catch and commit on and,
if they can kill
before the
miCKe,
BKBs?
like miCKe, oh, he has a Lincoln now, Lincoln Sphere, so it's going to be a bit harder for them to initiate. They need to, I don't know, because Lion doesn't have a Blink Dagger, so it's not going to be that easy. Dragon Knight, they
Radiant's
also don't
middle
have
tower is under attack.
many abilities to
Double damage.
Round it all, going for the roast though, Liquid. Knowing that this is the speed that Nigma aren't going to be prepared for, or at least have the time to get over the pit.
Roshan has fallen
So
to the dark.
obviously, be a tough
Dire's
one to deal
middle
with
tower
next.
is under
Might come
attack.
round. Not that he already wasn't.
Gold
Now
for
with that
me.
Aegis as well, this Bloodseeker is definitely going to take some dealing with. Nigma, now that the Aegis has gone the way of Liquid, does this sort of change the plan? Are you still looking to get aggressive with these BKBs, or just sort of have to put a bit of slow on it?
Yeah, you still want to take possibly a fight. There's a tier 1 tower on the bottom, so they can TP, but if someone gets caught, someone that's not Puck, let's see who's TPing. Yeah, it's actually going to be miCKe.
Tiger. He's up. Iron Man does at the back on the side, but miCKe's quick to jump over onto Kuroki. Kuroki, ball. Tiger trying to hunt for more.
Did you mean to, Ember?
Okay, as well, see if he can get any further catch. Iron Man, he's going to have Blink up in a second. He may just be able to get his way out of this.
Oh, he wants to go in, not out at this point.
A little split up though. We are going to need some backup. He does always have the option of BKBing and TPing out. He's going to put the BKB in. He's just going to try and commit, get the life still going. He's going to try and channel the off, but he's taking huge amounts of damage. Can he really stay alive? He can't. It's enough from Liquid to take him out even through the BKB. As they're able to combo him so low that by the time he got the
Radiant's
BKB
middle
off,
tower
he only had a few hundred more HP to work with.
Weeha was caught alone there. Everyone else kind of bailed. Lanes were pushing in, the mid lane, top lane, like even the bottom lane, so they need to address that problem before they make an aggressive move. There's still Bloodseeker with that Aegis, with the 3.5 minutes. Puck still deciding, you know, which route he's gonna go for. Does he need more damage? He had the Desolator queued up, now going into that Aghanim Scepter. I like Aghanim Scepter a bit more. You can still go back for the damage, but yeah, Aghanim Scepter that is gonna keep them in place even with the BKBs.
Top Miracle. The BKB here to get away.
Of regeneration.
100 or so, they're about 1,000 gold or so away from
Radiant's
having
bottom
the
tower
answer to
is
that.
under
Still
attack.
potential for Miracle to dodge out with. Yeah, trying to scout out an area that you can get back to farming in safely.
Radiant's top
Still
tower
keep
is under
pressure up
attack.
quite firmly. Set yourself inside Nigma's jungle. The sort of spaces available for Nigma cores to farm in getting shut down. Gonna step out quite far. Have a bit of a poke at this.
At this point, I think you can like kill Venomancer because he's way. He has that the spell lifesteal, has a 4-staff RMN.
Try and chase him down in the two of them. Gale connects. He's going to go out with a TP and Kuro.
Just TP out. It's that easy. So yeah, Venomancer, they can't really kill Venomancer unless they like commit with the 3-4 heroes possibly. There's a Rupture.
Down to the ground, BKB's out, finger down onto Tiger. This is one thing they could certainly do now. They could try and dive in past towers. They can hold their ground, take back miCKe, try to get in with some extra damage. Onto Weeha's, got to be careful though. Iron Man, Miracle, Kuro, all by Weeha's side, ready to turn. Boxy, stick around for the creep here. Jump forwards there from Iron Man, but miCKe's still around. Starts to turn back in onto Dragon Knight. Liquid will collapse immediately onto Iron Man. This time Iron Man will go down.
Kuro misses a stun, does not have a finger, needs to be very careful. Kuro's very vulnerable. The Puck can just solo kill him with the Witchblade. Also Lincoln's here, so you need to use 2 of your abilities to actually lock him down.
Is under attack.
Aghanim Scepter done. Also Arcane Rune, Coil is up. Now he's going back in for a bit more damage. That Desolator, something that's going to help him out with taking the towers, which I really like. Because you already said, like, they still have tier 2 towers alive, even though it's 22k gold lead.
Holding very well. Considering the pressure and the lead does currently have against them.
Keeper of the Light finishes his Aghanim Scepter, so Will-O-Wisp is gonna be online. Like, they don't get too much out of the Spirit form. They can try to split push a bit with it, but that's it. Like, Nigma's in a position where they can't make any aggressive moves.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
BKB. miCKe. He's going to have to answer for that Dream Coil down. We are having Top to stand his ground, try and get the two stacks built up, but miCKe kites him up. We'll be able to take him out. Now the map be a whole lot scarier to play into now with miCKe having that axe. They're going to be able to punish that sort of split push every single time.
Also, Liquid managed to sneak in a ward inside Nigma's base, so that's going to give them a lot of information where they're moving.
Chasing on to Kuro, Tiger. Jump straight in. Copies up BKB out. Kuro does manage to get down from RMN, so RMN is able to take a bit of the benefit away from Liquid. Liquid, they'll just turn their attention towards RMN instead now though. Will-O-Wisp does get knocked down. Now Tiger underneath the tower. Can he get himself out? Tiger will fall. But they've lost 3 on Nigma. Miracle having to put the BKB to get out of there, but the coil is down from miCKe. miCKe looks like they want to jump in and dive for this. They managed to get in as the fountain takeout stage. They're going to be able to find Miracle as well as Liquid. They'll clean up all 5 of them.
Yeah, they just died because Puck used Arcane Rune and he had that coil once again. They should respect Will-O-Wisp because you can see that there's like so much control. They don't have that much attack speed on their heroes besides the Bloodseekers, so need to be very careful about it.
Radiant's bottom
the
tower
replay again is just Liquid with the lead that they have. They can afford to just dive at them, run them down. As soon as they're able to take down 1, 2 members of Nigma, it's just impossible for Nigma to fight back when they're outnumbered and this far behind in terms of items. 1 by 1. A solid effort from PH to try and turn things around with a Will-O-Wisp. Just not enough at this point. BKB's as strong as the potential was to be this game, with a good timing. The timing just hasn't been fast. The fact that they come out at the same stage, miCKe has that axe done. Liquid, they have enough of an answer to make sure that even with the BKB's pop, Nigma have a real struggle trying to stay alive.
They don't have the answer for that coil now. Even with the BKBs, Aghanim Scepter is done, so no like real counterplay. Someone gets coiled, they're pretty much dead. You can see we trying to itemize against that coil, going into status resistance. It's gonna help, but still you need to be very careful how you approach a fight.
Classic Liquid, you know, it doesn't matter how far ahead they are, stacks will still be made. And at this stage, he's cleaning them up for himself.
This is something that Team Liquid struggled pretty much always, how to close out their games, especially when they like formed a team. There were games where they were like 40, 50k gold up, and they just couldn't close out.
True. I mean, at this stage, it really is a question of, can Nigma still turn this? It felt like they did have that windows when the BKBs were there, but as we saw, being around the same time that Aegis and
Radiant's top
They were just able
tower
to make
is
sure
under
that
attack.
BKB purchases didn't really allow Nigma to do too much.
Radiant's top tower
They're
is
still
falling.
very much on the back foot. Using the jump in now, they're coming in onto Mickey, keep them locked down underneath. The Will-O-Wisp is getting the face through down. Mickey can escape, he can't. Mickey comes down, Nigma down, and they're able to hold their ground. Boxy can get the cleanup though, look right down as RMN score incredibly low roll across from Tiger is able to put a stop. The attempted escape by Weehaw. miCKe may have
Radiant's
fallen.
top tower is
Liquid
under attack.
with Boxy at the helm, no struggle. Still cleaning up the fights in their favor. Bloodseeker just a little too terrifying to deal with.
Yeah, Bloodseeker, they only managed to kill him once in the laning stage. That's pretty much it. Like, Foxy's way too tanky right now, has that Scotty against the Dragon Knight, against the Monkey King. He just has too much HP, too much armor at the moment to be brought down.
Back to base once more, Nigma. 34,000 gold. Big items coming out now, even for the 5-0 on Liquid side. Sania picks himself up a BKB. Ready to stand his ground in the middle, drop some freezing fields without having a moment anyway to cancel that.
Yeah, we talked about how Team Nigma, once they get the BKBs, they don't have too many abilities. Rupture and the Puck Coil with the Aghanim Scepter, of course, now upgraded. But Nigma, they don't have abilities that go through magic immunity.
No, they don't themselves. They really don't. At this stage, well, where's sort of that scaling potentially? I mean, you look towards the Monkey King, but of course he's been slowed
Dyer's
down just
top
as much as the rest
tower
of the
is
team.
under
This
attack.
game. A lot
Dyer's
more
top
time to
tower.
get
Finally,
that scary eye.
they take a tier 1 tower. Safe lane tower, 30 minutes in.
Miracle. It's out. No Remnant prepared. Back on the side of the map. More BKBs coming out for both squads though. RMN now having his complete. On the side of Liquid, Quake will have go for
Dire are scanning.
I deserve
Foxy.
Dyer's bottom tower is under attack.
A prize.
Completely.
Crystal Maiden is almost as farmed as Monkey King at this point. Like,
Oh no.
that's a bit problematic because Team Nigma, like if they execute their combos, if they can kite around the BKBs, they still have a very good, combination. Wukong's command and the
Dyer's
Will-O-Wisp,
bottom
a
tower
lot of
is under
stun,
attack.
like James and Dragon Knight stun line just to keep them inside. They need Wukong's command to be able to win the fight. This is the second Roche. Seems like it's gonna be uncontested. Nigma can't really leave the base. They leave the base, lose a fight, they lose the game. Best option right now is just to stay on the high ground, use that blast, use the power of the towers.
Roshan has fallen to the Dire.
See if it's going to be enough to defend back a team that the Aegis and the Cheese ready for the next push.
Dyer's bottom tower is under attack.
Quite something at this stage, now that Liquid does really feel like it's out of place. That even though they did have the potential for some answers earlier this game, even though they were behind, now it's going to be incredibly hard. to
Radiant's
slow this
middle
sort of
tower is under attack.
stop Liquid from being able to close up this game.
They're going for the high ground, try to poke something, get some chip damage with Venomancer boards. Puck has the Desolator, so that's going to help out.
Tiger, ready. He's kick back onto RMN. Will-O-Wisp down. KB committed by Tiger. He comes out from RMN in response as Tiger has to roll out. They're able to keep everyone alive. Damage done to the tier 3 here by Liquid. Chip it right down.
Puck has enchanted quiver, so he can attack the tower from really far away. All they need is just vision on the high ground provided by the Venomancer.
Yeah.
I mean, if they do not want to leave the base, this is how you play.
Yeah. I know. miCKe just sits out. Phase shift every time that the quivers called out. That tower will slowly get taken away after that increased range on those attacks. What do you do here, Nigma? How do you stop this? How do you slow it down?
Are under attack.
To make a bit of a poke onto Boxy. This is not an easy kill. KB and Aegis trying to deal with this friendly farm Bloodseeker twice. Roll forward from Toast will be put to a stop by the Boundless Strike of We Are. Miracle getting a little scared though, just popped the BKB himself. And now he's going to be vulnerable, and miCKe knows he's straight into the tree coil down on the two of them. They'll get the Wukong's command out. Try and keep Miracle alive, but Fox sees him with the BKB, he sees him, takes him down as Miracle's out of the game, no buyback, so is Kuro. Two are down, Liquid sees the opportunity to dive in, Insania.
Oh, Insania is in
the freezing field. They can't deal with the Crystal Maiden now at this point even.
miCKe with the buyback. I think this might be it. I don't think Nigma has many options left at this point. Buyback still don't want to take the fight. Very limited on the damage right now. Like Crystal Maiden, I think she's more farmed than the miCKe at this point.
Is under attack.
It seems to be
Radiant's top
40,000 lead in for Liquid is finally putting it into play to close it up. We are going to slow things down, but at least until Miracle's back up, Nigma's just not going to have the chance of bringing anything they've found him. They've cut down his tree, they're straight in. Tiger kicks him back to the rest of Team Liquid. We Are will fall out of the game for 100 seconds. Liquid, they're not done yet. Rolling over towards the fountain, making sure that Kuroki and RMN can't get back to safety.
It's gonna be mega creeps. I love to say when it's time to call it, it is time to call it, because Nigma, they have nothing left. And yep, they're gonna call it GG. Team Liquid did exactly what they needed to do, like played extremely aggressive.